Alright, so I'm going to start with the eyes, and I've zoomed you in nice and close so you can see how horrible my skin is at the moment. I'm going to start out by priming my lids with the LA Girl Pro Conceal, which is my favourite way to prime my lids, and I'm just going to take that on my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. I'm just going to use this to help counteract any of the veins. And I'm just going to set that down using the Clinique Lid Pop in Vanilla Pop all over my lid. And then for the actual eyeshadow, I'm going to be using my Too Faced Natural Love palette. I'm going to start out with the shade Lace Teddy, which is this really nice muted pink, and I'm just going to put that on a blending brush, and I'm just using the LA Girl 202 brush today. I'm going to start by working that line into my crease. And then I'm going to intensify that with Honey Butter, which is this shade just here, into the crease. And then I'm going to take the shade Nudie, which is this brown here, and I'm going to take that on a firmer blending brush. This is the E25 by Sigma. And I want like a more precise brush because I'm just going to put that into the crease and on that outer corner. Just to add a little bit of definition, but I don't want to deepen it too much because I want the eyes to be very light and glowy. And then I'm going to take that original blending brush and just blend everything out. So I want it to be super soft. And then I'm going to take the shade Honeymoon, which is this really gorgeous kind of like peachy pink, and I'm going to apply that all over the lid. And I'm just going to use the Sigma E55 brush to do so. And maybe I'm going to try my finger. Love it. I'm going to take that firm blending brush again with that matte brown just to go back in on the edge and just deepen that. Just blend that all out again with a little bit of honey butter on my blending brush. Now for my base, I'm going to start out with my primer. So I'm going to be using the Revlon Youth Effects Fill and Blur Primer for face and neck. Now the reason I use this is because it's such a thick, like putty consistency, and it's so good for like filling in and smoothing out my pores. So I just work that into the areas in which my pores are the worst. So across my cheeks, on my forehead, and a little on my chin. And then for my foundation, I'm going to be taking the Clinique Super City Block BB Cushion Compact in the shade 01 Fair. And I'm going to take that just with my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, and I'm just going to dip the brush straight into the compact. and work that into my skin. Now the reason I wanted to use this foundation as opposed to just using one that actually like properly matches me right now is because the finish of this one is so complimentary for like a soft makeup look. Like it's really soft and glowy and it's light on the skin, it's super easy to apply, and because it is hot as balls here today, this compact has an SPF 50, so it's perfect for summer, even though I'm doing a spring look. Just going to go in with my sponge and just pat that in. And then I'm going to take my LA Girl Pro Conceal again and pop that under my eyes. So I'm just using this Lancome foundation brush to just situate it, and then I'll blend it out with my sponge. I'm just going to pop some on my chin and the centre of my forehead and my nose, just to balance out the darkness of that foundation. And I'm just going to blend it in with my sponge. Just to keep the base as glowy as possible, I'm going to go in with a couple of cream products. I'm going to use my Clinique Chubby Stick Cheek Contour Balm in Amped Up Apple. This is one of my favourite shades. And I just like to apply that on the apples of my cheeks, going out towards my ear. And it may seem like a lot, but these things are actually quite sheer. So once it's all blended out, it's actually not that bad. I'm going to take my foundation brush and just blend that one out. And then I'm going to take the Chubby Stick Sculpting Highlight, and this one's in Hefty Highlight, and I'm just going to pop that on the tops of my cheekbones. And this is just going to help intensify any powder products I put on afterwards. And it just adds a little bit of like a glow to the cheekbones. I'm just going to really lightly dust some powder off my face, so I'm just going to do it in areas in which I can get quite oily or quite shiny throughout the day. So I'm taking my Clinique Super Powder Double Face Makeup in Matte Cream and my Elizabeth Arden all-time favourite powder brush. And I'm just going to pop this just in the middle of my forehead, my chin, and just across my cheeks and nose just there. And that's just where I tend to get oily. I don't get oily kind of like down the bottom of my face. I tend to get a little bit drier there, so I don't want to set it with powder there because then I lose a bit more of that kind of natural glow. And then to set under my eyes, I'm going to take my Lancome Taunt Miracle loose powder in shade 1, I believe. It's just a translucent powder. And I'm going to just take it on my Real Techniques. I think this is like a shader brush, the name's worn off it. I'm just going to pat that one under my eyes. Cheeks, I'm going to just set on top of that blush a little bit with the Clinique Jonathan Adler Cheek Pop in Peach Pop. And I'm going to use my Zoeva Luxe Cheek Finish brush for that. I'm just going to pop just a wee bit on top of that cream. For my highlight, I'm going to just take my Mary Luminizer as always, because it is the best highlighter for me because I am super pale and I just take it on my Real Techniques. Again, the label's brushed off, but I'm sure it was, I don't know, some kind of brush. I'm just going to pop that on the tops of my cheekbones, and also and a little bit just on the tip of my nose and on my cupid's bow. And I'm actually just going to set that all down with my Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, cucumber and green tea. Oh, because it's so hot, this feels so good. Oh, and it's going to help just melt all those powders together and just make my skin just look a little bit more kind of fresh and glowy. I'm just going to quickly do my eyebrows, so I'm going to use my LA Girl 207 brush, which is actually my favourite brush for doing my eyebrows at the moment, because it's got the angled like brow brush at the top and then spooling at the bottom. And I'm going to take my Peachy brow pomade in the shade Taupe to do my brows. I'm just gonna comb them through. Hey, that was exhausting. Now that my brows are on, I'm just going to brow gel them. I'm just going to use the gel end of my Revlon Brow Fantasy. I'm going to finish off the eyes, so under my eyes I'm going to mix a little bit of honey butter and nudie and just run that underneath. And then I'm going to just take a little bit of my Mary Illuminator for my inner corner highlight. Use a little LA Girl 206 brush for this. For my brow bone, I'm going to take the same shade just on a Wet n Wild eye brush. For mascara, I'm going to take my Grandiose Extreme Mascara by Lancome, because I want really nice lashes since I'm not doing fake lashes. For my lower lashes, I'm just going to take my Maybelline Great Lash Mascara because I like its little fine wand. So this is the Revlon HD Matte Lip Colour in Temptation. These lipsticks are like my favourite lipsticks. go over that with a NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Cupcake. Just to add a little bit more shine, and I love these glosses. That is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you next time.